You may have seen these Nandn brand gloves circulating on the internet, typically on ads on Facebook or YouTube, and they're being touted as waterproof and exceptionally warm gloves. And I actually saw an ad while perusing a motorcycle page or site, I can't remember which, and they were showing a guy in the rain riding, and supposedly it was very cold. I was like, well, this is me because I ride in pretty much all temperatures and I ride in the rain. And I was like, okay, I gotta have this because when it's really cold, if it's really cold, I'm using heated gloves. And you gotta hook it up to the battery, and it's kind of a pain. You got the cables and everything. And one step above that is winter gloves with a separate liner. But they're kind of clunky, and you don't really have good hand control, or as good as I'd like. And then a step above that is just a regular pair of winter gloves. So I was thinking, wow, if I could eliminate the use of heated gloves, that would be great. So I ordered a pair. And I would say this, they show the picture of the guy submerging his hand in a bucket of water or ice or something. I don't know how cold he felt, but I would say some of that water was getting through to his hand. Right? They are not waterproof in my experience. I'd say they're water resistant to a degree. Okay, so if it's kind of sprinkling lightly outside, this will probably be able to whisk away some of that, light water. But soon, if it starts coming down, you're going to get wet. As far as warmth is concerned, I'd say it's probably the equivalent of a pair of winter riding gloves, winter motorcycle riding gloves. Not really much more than that. So now let's go into just regular everyday use, right? So I think they're about, if it's cold outside, you're gonna get cold because I'm going outside and walking the dog. And if it's windy, it's a little bit cold. Yeah, I feel the cold, in these gloves. However, I'd say they're about the equivalent of a pair of just winter gloves. I would say that the advantage that these gloves have is if you look at them, they're pretty streamlined, right? They're not bulky, whereas the equivalent of warmth in a regular pair of winter gloves, they're going to be a lot chunkier, and so you don't have this good of a dexterity to grab stuff and whatnot. So that might be the advantage of these, and they're not particularly expensive if I recall.